Hello, this is Todd Luck, and the Edgar Burroughs Authorized Library continues to expand. The first three Mars novels are already out. A Princess of Mars, Gods of Mars, and Warlord of Mars are available to order right now. And Joe Jusko has finished up the covers for the next two novels that are up for pre order. And so I wanted to give you guys a look at those. And I wanted to show you the process that he's posted on Facebook about how he's developed each cover. And so it starts with the pencils and the color guide. And so this is Thuvia made of Mars. And we have Thuvia and a big old banth, which is a 10-legged Martian lion. And I'm just going to show you guys, the progress on the painting as I'm talking about the novel. Thuvia is my favorite Mars novel that I've read so far. The novel stars Carthoris, who is John Carter's son, and Thuvia, who is a princess of Tarth. And Thuvia is the true co-star of this novel. It's not just a name on the cover. She's a very tough character. She has this inexplicable ability to control banths, which is why you always see her pictured with a banth. And it makes her a very powerful character, but even when there's not a banth around, she's a very tough character capable of taking care of herself. She saves herself quite a few times in the novel. It's one of my favorite books that Edgar Burroughs has ever written, certainly one of his most clever. He creates a lost city called Lothar in there, and I don't want to give away what Lothar is, but let's just say it is a very influential concept in science fiction. A lot of people have done similar things since then, and it's just a very interesting place, very unpredictable, incredibly epic, and very mysterious. And the kind of cool thing about this novel is it leaves a lot of things open at the end, including a lot of its mysteries, and it kind of lets the reader, kind of fill in those gaps themselves, kind of come up with their own sequel in their head. There has been a recently released follow-up to Thuvia Made of Mars where John Carter goes to the city of Lothar, and that is in a novel called A Princess of Mars, Shadow of the Assassins. It was recently released, and the backup novelette follows up on Thuvia Made of Mars. If you pick up Thuvia, and I do recommend you pre-order it, be sure to get A Princess of Mars, Shadow of the Assassins, so you can get that follow-up story. Believe me, you'll be glad you did. And so here is the final cover. And so the cover just focuses on Thuvia and the banth, which I think is fine. Now, Carthoris is not on the cover, but I haven't seen the frontispiece, so I suspect Carthoris is in the frontispiece. That would be my suspicion. I look forward to seeing that at some point. On the Chessmen of Mars. Now, Chessmen of Mars has the very famous climax where they play a Martian game very similar to chess, which is normally played with a board and playing pieces. But in this lost city they find at the end of the novel, it is played on this giant board with human pieces. And when you put two people on the same square, they fight each other. They're trying to win princesses who are also on the board. And it is a really epic finale. Now, Jusko is using a bit of artistic license here because, of course, all the battles didn't happen at one time in the novel. However, he's doing a time-lapse cover showing all the different battles that were happening in this game in one cover, and he's trying to outdo everyone else's Chessmen of Mars cover. He's trying to do the ultimate cover for this novel, and I'm going to leave it up to you guys to decide if he succeeds or not, but I got to tell you, this is a very, very impressive cover to me. And so this novel actually stars Tara, who is John Carter's daughter, and she grew up in the palace. She's a little bit of a spoiled brat, but it's a lot of fun following her perspective. And of course, there is a hero who is trying to save her when she gets in trouble, and that's Gohan. And it's a good, solid novel. There's a lot going on in it beyond just the really exciting game that is played at the end. And that will be addressed in the frontispiece that we'll show you in just a minute. But I want you to just take in all of the glory that is this cover. I mean, look at everything that's going on. I think Jusko, a little bit of artistic license, but I think it's absolutely worth it. A lot of work, but I think it really pays off in the end. And so the frontispiece has Tara on it. Now, in this scene, she should probably be in flying leathers, so there's a bit of artistic license, but she looks really great. It's a beautiful outfit, and this is in the Valley of Dor. And so, yes, this is the scene where she finds out what a Kaldane is. And so Kaldanes are these creatures who have evolved to be pure intellect. So they're just giant heads that walk around on these crab legs. And so they use these headless creatures called rykors to get around. Kaldanes are one of Edgar Rice Burroughs' most bizarre and freaky creations, and they have been paid tribute to throughout science fiction, right? The Krang and the Utron in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There are characters like that in Batman the Animated Series and Mask the Animated Series, and of course, there was that incredibly iconic scene in John Carpenter's The Thing. They are so iconic, they were actually one of the few Mars creatures to actually receive action figures in the Tarzan the Epic Adventures line in the 1990s. You can check out my reviews of those. And there you have it. These two novels are up for pre-order right now. And so the great thing about the Edgar Rice Burroughs Authorized Library, not only does it have those wonderful Jusko covers, but it has a brand new forward and afterward and historical materials in the back, which include all the artwork and covers that have been published with those novels over the years, along with letters and other historical materials, little sketches that Edgar Rice Burroughs did. Anything that was associated with those particular novels is collected in the back. And the afterwards are always really cool because they tell what was happening in Edgar Rice Burroughs' life while he was writing those novels. So if you get each book in the series, you'll get kind of a serialized biography of Edgar Rice Burroughs in the back, and that's pretty awesome. All right, kids, like and subscribe for more videos. And until next time, see ya.